I should have checked it. My bad. My bad. I should have checked it. I should have checked it. But welcome to the Chop Shop. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, coming to you live from Houston, Texas, but broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. I didn't check the mute button, and I should have. Sometime it just, I don't know. It's supposed to go from transition from the intro right into me, but sometimes it just mess up sometimes. So thank y'all for, you muted. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So, it's Women Rock Wednesday today, so let me shout out to my women because I'm finna get right on it. Because I got some stuff, man, y'all got to help me with today. I need your participation, today. Let's see, we got Mindy Collins. We got Miss Madonna Johnson. We got Belinda Jonikin. We got, hold on. That's it? But I ain't got time to wait on the women today. I just ain't got time. Because we got so much stuff to cover. And like yesterday, I couldn't finish the subject because Jimmy came on. And some people were calling me and texting me yesterday. And they were just saying, wow, Robert. Wow, you really blessed me today. And I was saying, what? How you go, sometimes you just have to step back sometimes. Let's see, can I find my let me click off it and maybe I'll go to something else. But it was different, y'all. I'm serious. I was thinking about it. I was thinking about it and I was saying, wow, we because when I'm talking, I'm just communicating life. That's all I do. I just try to communicate life. And a lot of this stuff I wish I would have known. And trying to see where's my live button. Hold on. Ah, here it comes. Hold on. Let's go. Hold up. Let's see. Cause I got oh, there I am. Okay. Y'all, I'm trying to put my the Chop Shop on the big screen right in front of me. I have to do that manually. It just don't come on automatically. So, but I was just thinking about, we was talking about yesterday, and I was talking about how Acho villainized Angel Reese. Okay, there's Dale Griggs. Anybody know where I left off at yesterday? I know I was talking about Vivian Stringer. A lot of people did not know about the tie between Vivian Stringer and Don Staley. If you see it's Women Rock Wednesday, Don Staley is still on my screen. And she probably will be on the screen tomorrow too, and probably next week too, because I just don't see a lot. I just don't understand why they're not being celebrated. Well, I understand, but you know what? I don't even get mad at the other people for not celebrating her because that's our job. But sometimes y'all piss me off, and I got to tell it. And it probably ain't you, the people who regularly pick up the Chop Shop. We got new people come in. They come in, and when we're talking about something that can help, and something that's positive. See, people like to hear about mess, and I'm gonna share that with y'all. Negroes like to hear mess. They don't like the message, they like the mess. If it's some mess into it, they want to talk about it. But I know y'all be upset because I don't get caught up in your mess when you put it up on the feed. And I was just trying to see what were we talking about yesterday? I was talking about Coach Prime, the touchdown, a tornado touchdown in PA. Scary this morning. Thank you, Doug. in Port Arthur and a touchdown in Katy too, Doug. Consider yourself blessed. But I think we were talking about, I told y'all, yes, I told y'all about the 5-year plan. I did tell y'all about that. That I want y'all to, we'll cover that again. Cause you got to have a plan. Did I give you the 5-year plan? Did I? I don't think I did. Because anytime I'm talking, you got to have a plan. Let me finish talking about they like the mess, they don't like the mess. Absolutely. I'm watching. We can be sitting up here talking about something that can change somebody's life, and people will go and do something else because it ain't mess. As important as this day is, we got somebody coming on here want to talk about rape allegations. Mess. But I was talking about Vivian Stringer yesterday that a lot of people don't talk about. A lot of people don't talk about. I told y'all about she goes 11 years unpaid. And she predates Title IX. Iowa comes calling. She took the job. And she writes about it in her book. I'm happy here at when she was at Cheney State. No, when she was at Iowa. Because she left Cheney State. They didn't pay her no money. You know, they pay her money for 12 years. They didn't have the money. She paid her as a teacher, not the coach. So Iowa gave her a lot of money to go out there. And this was she wrote. She had a lot of money. A lot of money, right? At Iowa. Then she writes in her book, she said, I'm happy here. And it's beautiful. But I don't want my children, listen to me, y'all, growing up in a community that has been, she said, I want my kids growing up in a community that has been wonderful to them. But they are not. She was talking about Iowa. Iowa was a community that was wonderful to her kids, but they were not learning anything about their history and their culture. This Vivian Stringer. Go get a book. I think Standing Tall. I think that's the name of it. That triggered her to move back to Jersey, on the East Coast, to Rutgers. So she's in the money now. But there's something else she said when she was at Iowa. She said, I'm worried about my kids. She had all the money. You know, y'all think all the money, you know, everything. Mamas, I'm talking to y'all. All the money is everything. She had all the money in Iowa. But she was worried about her kids, Status Moody. She's worried about her kids. Status Moody. Brandon. She was worried about her quality of life. The first time I read it, I said, damn. What's up, Barry? Talking about Vivian Stringer right now. I'll finish the conversation from yesterday. This is a woman coming from a small town in Pennsylvania with about 300 to 400 people in it. Her daddy was a coal miner who lost both of his legs and then went back to work. This is one thing that blew my mind. Check this out. He lost both of his legs and went back to work. She explained that it's a dude at his job, it's a brother, switched jobs with him. They sacrifice for each other. This man switched his own shift to accommodate Vivian Stringer's dad, who had lost both of his legs in the coal mine. Y'all got me? I mean, y'all got to realize. And then he went back to work. This is one thing that blew my mind, y'all. She explains that when the dude switched job with him, so that Vivian Stringer's father didn't have to go to the mine, he could stay at the office outside the mine and work. And his brother sacrificed that for him. That's a risky job going into the mine. Listen, it takes a certain kind of person. Can you imagine the time that she came in and the power structure in sports, in college sports? She not only broke the barrier, how many women coaches were there? First of all, most of the teams were coached by men, the women's teams. Most of them are coached probably by men now. Pat Summitt being one of the groundbreakers. Imagine being a black woman and the level of racism she had to navigate. I know y'all don't like to hear stuff like this, but this stuff right here, you need to have your young woman in your house listening to, because I didn't have this information when I was growing up. What I most admired about her was her ability to navigate those spaces. I hope some young woman got it. Barry. And not just for herself, Barry, but for her players. Do you know how many players that she had got jobs now? Y'all do me a favor and go do some research. Not just jobs on the bench, but in corporate America around the country. Some of the leading women in corporate America around the country was under the influence of Vivian Stringer. She took her personal capital, ladies and gentlemen, and worked great with corporate people. And a lot of us that are working in that tightrope and are listening right now, not doing it very well. But this woman did it so well that she opened doors for so many other people, but never forgot the core of racism that she had to contend with. So how do we deal with that? Even making this decision to move your children. You making all the money an hour in the Big Ten. You go to Rutgers. See, it's wild living in a world such as this, where there's no momentum of memory among us. We don't remember nothing. And there's zero understanding of history among people. Those who make, and I think about those people who making the rules and the laws. And what have you, as we try to get through a breakthrough, and we can't really agree, and we can't agree on nothing. Can't agree. We have so many people who are defending this bull crap with Emmanuel Acho and how he treated Angel Reese. It's so simple to say, if we all get together, but what is the sacrifice? Y'all, we are not really willing to support en masse. It should be 500,000 to 1,000,000 people watching this show. As many people this show has touched. Why would you? Why? We, we just don't support each other in mass. Why would they do it? Why would they leave? Why would they leave? Why would the Coach Primes leave? Why would Vivian Stringer leave? Why would Tamika Reed leave? People like Coach Prime didn't need the money. But a lot of people need money. And I understand some people just not built like Vivian Stringer. And that's fine. So I got this 5-year plan for you. Hold it. Y'all hold it. I got it. I'm throwing it out there. And I want you to disagree with it. I want you to disagree with it. It's okay. Because maybe I'll learn something. Don't just agree with me. What's up, Rodney? Rodney, let's have a 5-year plan, right? Where the millionaire class of black folks who are athletes, and we can bring in the other guys too, that's target 3 HBCUs, okay, that they're going to pour money into. You follow me? This target. Build them a stadium, rebuild the infrastructure, get it up to speed. In 5 years, it could rival South Carolina and South Carolina State. It could just be as attractive and beautiful. See, we know that Coach Prime children didn't want to leave. They love the culture. You want to be in a place where you're valued. Not just because you're an athlete, but because you are a human being. I talk to these players. I don't know about y'all. Instead of being groupies to them, talk to them. Brandon, Felicia. But that requires planning. And the reason why we won't be free probably is because unlike Harriet Tubman, who charted the course to get free and come back and get people, we have no plan for freedom in all of our different industries. We need to have plans in. Who have you came back and got? Oh, I'm the first black on my job. I'm the first fat train. I'm the first supervisor. I'm the first. How many of us has been like Harriet Tubman and went back in Nissaville? Like athletics. How do we conquer athletics since everybody loves it? How do you conquer? How you conquered? Politics. We can't even agree to vote in November. We got people coming on telling, don't vote for him, don't vote for him, don't vote for him. We can't even agree to vote. Just vote in November. There's no strategy. Oh, I don't like this person and his position on Gaza and his point of view whatsoever. What do we need in 5 years as a group of people? Summer basketball, what do we need? I'm mad. I'm mad about the immigrants. But okay, what about your health care? You need that, don't you? Let me tell you, we don't plan for the future that we need right now politically. The corporate world, they're coming for you. All y'all with your nice, cushy ass jobs and think it ain't going to affect you, they're coming for you. They're coming for your DEI. Everybody is getting sued now. You know what I'm talking? Let me explain to you. This going to be on the table in November when you vote. If Trump is elected under the 2025 plan, and I bet 99% of y'all ass ain't read, the plan is anti-racism. They going to be suing left and right because you exclude me as a white person. If you can't come in this place as a white person, if you got a club, you got a black club and a white person can't get in it, they coming at your ass. They're going to sue your ass. They ain't got to sue the HBCUs because, we just let anybody in anyway. We got to invest in shows like the Chop Shop. We have to build this space which allows us to become aware of the efforts, the practices, critique things that are as developed as they should be, that are not as developed as they should be, celebrate and join things that are, and create the things that we don't exist yet. We don't have. But we got to have a platform and a base. Now I know why these people out of town coming in trying to use this platform to siphon money out of this community. And I told them, hell no. Because I asked them, Carrie Holmes and Sonia, I say, this benefit me. But how's it benefiting Sonia and Jameson and Al and Rodney and Carrie? How's it benefiting us? They couldn't tell me. I said, man, get out of my office. See, on this show, we're trying to intrigue people, to inspire them and instruct them and open up possibilities. The ideas so we can crowdsource. By crowdsourcing, the Chop Shop should have a form of NIL that we can go and help TSU. This is not going to be, y'all, listen to me. This is not going to be a historically black college in the country that's going to catch a well-funded plantation school. So we can get that out the way. It's our own model. I think we can do what I just said because these schools were built on our backs. And you can't catch them. But the soil got to be right. HBCUs, you got to get your infrastructure right. You got to get them sorry ass people out of leadership and all over the country. Yes, I'm talking to HBCUs right now. You got a bunch of people that shouldn't be in them places. The soil got to be right. You can't plant on dirt that is hard. You have to find some good, rich soil. Ain't nobody gonna plant if your soil messed up, man. Got the plan for it, y'all. Most of us don't have plans for the business that you even want to run. It's a great idea. Your grandmama had a good recipe. But what does it take? It look like in 5 years. These other people got plans. They'll take your business. You got recipe. Take your business and start and open up a Hattie's hot chicken, and you had the recipe, but you didn't have a plan. I hope that touched somebody. I hope that was sitting in somebody's soul today. Plan for the world that we want to live in, man. And take the time to be patient. I know on the plantation we didn't have a chance to plan for anything because at any moment people can just snatch somebody away from us. You can be sold. Somebody said, Robert, maybe planning is not in our DNA because of that. But in this recent iteration of ourselves, doing right now, but planning was in our DNA thousands of years ago. But not right now, but 1,000 years ago it used to be. Which is why this exercise of going back and grabbing our memory, not the memory as a slave, but the memory when you was a king, and connecting the dots and passing the baton like Vivian Stringer did. Don't tune out genealogy. That is why Vivian Stringer, I talk about her today. It's so important that we hand stuff down, son. It's so important. I'm just sitting there thinking about, what's this guy's, man? Girl, y'all just don't understand. The reason I'm talking about, I saw something last night, Trey Phillips, it got to me. It hit me. Because I know how he felt. Talk about HBCUs. Chad Ochocinco got emotional telling a story to Shannon Sharp last night about what he experienced when his daughter crossed over as an AKA. Chad, like myself, didn't go to HBCU. And I take my hat off to all of you people who had the opportunity to attend a HBCU. I take my hat off to you. And I'm serious. Chad said he hadn't ever been in this atmosphere like this before. HBCUs, these PWIs can have all the nice facilities. They can have all this other stuff, but they can't have what you have. So quit trying. When you talking to a student athlete, don't try to compete with U of H. Don't try to compete with Kansas State. Because Kansas State and U of H can't compete with the culture that you have on your campus. They can't. I've been to the PWI all the world. They can't compete. They can't compete. It's hands down Power 5. He said he hadn't been in an atmosphere like that. Y'all understand it ain't me. Like somebody had the nerve to, man, the only reason you talk about TSU because you were, hell no. I was supporting TSU way before they ever said, Mr. Hatter, come call our broadcast. That means you ain't been paying attention. Every time I walk on that campus and be around them kids, it blows me away because I didn't have this when I was a 18, 19-year-old kid. I would have loved to went to TSU, a Tennessee State, a Southern, a Grambling. I would love to have been in the SWAC. But I didn't have nobody putting that in my head. All I wanted to I wanted to go to UCLA because I wanted to play at UCLA because of Marcus Johnson. That's how small. That's how small I thought. Chad Ochocinco, Chad Johnson, that's his name used to be. He said he is an ambassador for Florida A&M University. He's an ambassador for them. But he haven't had the opportunity to experience what he did at the probate the other night at Prairie View. Shout out to Prairie View. He usually comes for a sporting event, a football game, to be an ambassador for FAMU. But he said, he talked about being in an auditorium and feeling, listen to me, the energy and the atmosphere. This wasn't a game. It was some young ladies crossing over. And this man had tears in his eyes talking about this last night. I take my hat off to y'all. I sit there after the games, TSU games. And after the game, win or lose, they play y'all fight song. Kevin Adams right here on this side, Chatterbox, they all went to Texas Southern. They stand up and do the little fight song thing. And I be sitting there saying, wow. I be taking it in, Jay Jackson. I'm taking it in. Y'all, I went to Sheffield High School in Memphis, predominantly white, with 6 people in my graduation class. 6 blacks. University of Memphis, you already know. So you think when I walk in that building, do y'all know I just go up to TSU sometime and volunteer my time to sit in the fueling station with Kevin Allen, who just, the fueling station at TSU is like the bridge, like the players are always working out and stuff like that, and the cafeteria might close at this time, so the fueling station, the players can come in and get a healthy snack. So we get to meet all the athletes. Patrick Henry. TSU got something special over there. That Kevin Granger, if them kids need it, he gonna go find the money and get it. It's real talk, man. But I was thinking about Chad Ochocinco. He talked about being in there and feeling the energy and atmosphere. He said he had never seen anything like that. Me either. That's why I always video and show it to y'all when I see the kids. They didn't do this at Memphis. The kids, you know how they doing the steps? And I watch the personalities of each of the frats. You got the Kappas, they be smooth. Everybody going to the same beat, but Kappas got us. They do this here. Then the Q dog, they doing this here. And then the other girls that's coming in there, the AKAs and it's just unbelievable. If you've never been, y'all, I'm so glad that he let me live long enough so I can go around the campuses. Y'all got to understand, I did this at every school that we done went and played. Sometimes it just somehow be Greek night. And I just see the kids from all over. The swag, man, and I'm just sitting there like, this is their school. But back to Chad. He said he never seen nothing like that. He said the kind of energy, the kind of passion. Chad Ochocinco, he was at Prairie View's probate last night. His daughter is an AKA. She went over. She crossed over. He said, the kind of love and support from all the sororities, from all the fraternities, for the people who were crossing over. Even if they had nothing to do with the other ones. Talk about family. He said, felt like a family reunion. Felt like a family reunion. He said it was the type of vibe and that kind of atmosphere. He said, AKAs, his daughter, they went last. They came out. The only way he said he could explain it is like, and I felt for him. See, y'all understand, I was connected with him. It felt like when Michael Jackson came out and the audience went crazy. Y'all, I went to almost every Michael Jackson concert known to man. My mama used to make sure I get there. And when I was grown, I made sure I get there myself. Michael Jackson, that was my dude. He said the audience went crazy when the AKAs came out. They came out. He said, and everybody stand up and lost their minds. You know, like when Michael used to come out on the stage, he said, when those AKAs came out there and started marching to that song they come out to, he said, because he was trying to say it, he said, but his daughter said, Dad, you can't sing that song. See, I didn't realize how sacred that stuff, y'all, because I never followed it. Aaron Sam, I never followed it. I never studied the Greeks because I never wanted to be a part of it. But I'm so proud of those people, the Divine Nine. Now, I take my hat off to y'all. I ain't no jealous dude, but I'm a look. I just said, man, I wish I could have. But he was just talking. He said then he saw his baby strutting and hitting his stroll. I'm thinking about my kids. My son didn't pledge. My daughter didn't pledge. I'm just thinking about senior night. When my son went out there senior night, I was so proud of him. Spending 4 years in an Ivy League school and graduating with honors and in the record books. I was just proud. So I know how he felt. He says, daughter, he said, it was one of the greatest feelings he's ever had. He's a professional athlete. He said that was one of the greatest feelings he ever had. His daughter's mom is an AKA also. He said he was supposed to be in the stands, but he snuck down on the floor. He said, I had to sneak down on the floor, man, because I was recording. I wanted to get some better footage for my baby. Because he got 2 other children. He said he don't know if they're going to pledge or not. He don't know what they're going to do. He said he cried. No, he didn't. On the show last night with him this time, he was crying. And I was crying with him while he was telling the story. She made her daddy proud. She made her daddy cry. He said it was live. The energy, the HBCUs, man. He said there's nothing like it. Shannon said he thinks everybody should spend a semester at an HBCU. I agree. To get the ambiance, to get the pageantry, and to be at the homecoming. Now, I didn't experience some homecomings now. Y'all ain't gonna leave me out. I might have had a chance to go to class, but I'd have been to y'all homecomings around the country. I ain't gonna even say who was the best. All of them were great. To go to the step show. I ain't never been to a step show because ain't nobody stepping the way they do on these other campuses. They do it big on the yard. They do it big. They call it the yard. Man, I'm going on the yard. Man, what time you gonna be on the yard? Man, I really said that in Memphis. Man, I'm going to the yard. Man, yo, this man talking last night, and the man had me crying. He was crying, and I was just saying, when all the sorors and the frats, be in the park and are doing their thing, and they're getting ready, he said, China said when they had step shows at Savannah State, people would come from Georgia Southern, Fort Valley, Clark, Morris Brown. They would come down and they challenged. I ain't know nothing about this till last night. Ocho Cinco said he could only imagine the homecoming at Prairie View. He don't, Chad, Prairie View ain't playing with them people. Pre-COVID, pre-COVID, them and Howard, I ain't never seen nothing like it. The yard. I like that. Man, when you going on the yard, I ain't gonna tell y'all. I got this, dude, I like that. Last night, he said in Prairie View, he He was watching clips of what goes on. The clips don't do it justice. You have to be there to experience what he said he experienced at Prairie View last night. He said that makes him want to enroll so he can get the HBCU experience. He said again and again, he has never, ever experienced something like that. And he has been all over the world. And there is nothing like what he experienced last night. Y'all take this stuff for granted. A young man came to me one day, Maria and Johnny, a young man came to me and was telling me about, man, he said, why would a guy as accomplished as you would be here helping us at TSU? I said, son, you don't know how great you got it. Y'all giving to me. I'm getting an education being around y'all. Dude, you in the best place in the world. Because he was questioned. Man, half the people around here don't graduate. I said, just make sure you graduate. You talk negative down on your university. God put me in that boy's life that night. We just talked. He said, how could a man? Johnny, I know. Johnny, I know. We got on the plane to come back home from Birmingham. So how they did the reservations, these two young men who I was talking to at the table about where, understand who you belong to and where you at. It's a special place you in at TSU. So those two guys were on my reservation, right? So they got chance. So when I checked in, I checked them in with me. So whatever benefits I get for being a frequent flyer, they get. So guess what? Both of them young men alone got upgraded to first class. Did y'all hear what I'm saying? You know what they told me? They were sitting up there like, Mr. Hatter, I ain't never thought I'd ever be in first class. He said, but the benefits of being, see, I was telling them, man, I'm gaining from y'all. I get a chance to experience something I ain't never experienced before. And I done been to parties and places all over the world. But I'm like Chad Ochocinco. Ain't nothing. Y'all, I can't wait when I'm on the road, Kimberly Gray. I can't wait when I go on the road. And the first time we go, so guess what? We go on the road, we go get something to eat, and then we go to practice. Instead of staying at the hotel room, I go to practice because I want to be at the venue as much as I can be. I told y'all to share this show. This kind of stuff right here, I'm sharing with y'all, man. Somebody else need to experience this. Hatter, I played at St. Edward University my freshman year and had to go to H-Town and Austin, to HT in Houston Tills. Man, they had the party. Yes. I hope y'all hearing me. These two young men, life changed. And you know what I told them, expect this. For the rest of your life, expect it. This ain't your potential no more. You done did this. Potential ain't nothing you've already done. You gonna do more. Them the boy, it changed. I promise you it changed. God put me in that position at that right time to be able to bless them young kids. I'll never forget it. I'll never forget the face of those two kids. Then I go back to Chad Ochocinco. And Shannon said, anybody that went to a PWI, bless your heart. I'm proud of you. But it ain't nothing like a HBCU. Not for pageantry, not for buzz, not for electricity, not for excitement. You can't touch it. And that's what Hamlin said, you can't touch it. Yo, he said 50 girls. That's a pretty big class, ain't it? 50 girls, 50 AKAs crossed over last night. He said when they came out, it's a big line. One line of 25 and the other line of 25. They came out strutting. And the line had, on one side of the line, they had pink scarves. On the other side of they had green scarves. Man, who are the ladies? Who are the people that show these girls how to do this? Who are the people that teach this next generation how this excellence like this? Rich Craft, who are those people? Share the show, y'all. I want to know who are those people, man. Because I be loving it. Who teach these young dudes how to step and glide and stuff? Generation after generation after generation. Who are the old heads? Who passed the baton like my girl Vivian Stringer to these young people? I don't know, because I don't know about the Greeks, the Greek situation. Who does it, Uric? I don't know. They had their shades on. They call pro fight. See, I never heard of that. What does a pro fight do? They just help the kid. The pro fights are the older people, the other generation. You know you got to give me a better answer than that, man, because we're talking to the world right now. We got one of the best coaches in the country. Should be asking him. Should be interviewing for that damn Kentucky job. Uri Maggie. I'm just sitting up there thinking about it, y'all. I'm just listening. See, I was happy for Ocho last night. See, some of y'all can't get happy for nobody else when they're happy. I'm just happy when other people do something. I just love it. I'm cheering for you. But he said they had the shades on. He said he was trying to do the routines like the girl. And the daughter said, Daddy, no, you can't do that. Can't do that, Daddy. He was trying to do the mirror. I guess the girls got a little mirror thing they be doing. She said, Daddy, you can't do that. He tried to put a little pinky in the pictures. I don't know what. He was just talking about this last night. He tried picture. She said, Daddy, you can't do that. And her mom had this. She said, at chat Ocho Cinco, I'm talking about he was at his daughter's probate. If you're just coming on, he was at his daughter's probate last night at Prairie View. And he just said he'd never seen nothing like that in his entire life. And he'd been all over the world. And he said the mom had to explain it to her because her mom is an AKA. She had to explain it to him. See, he was just having fun. But now he said he understands how serious that is. Thank you, Daryl. He said they're called pro fights. He said he used to be on the step team. Yes, we have neophytes, new initiative, pro fights, older initiatives. I like that. Initiates. I like that. See, I learned something. I'm today years old. First time I've ever heard that. First time anybody. Thank you, Daryl Bond. I'm a lot smarter because of you today. But that's why he appreciated so much, y'all. That's why he got so emotional when he was recording. He said he's going to roll back in school, man. It's unique, Ken Dean. I mean, y'all don't understand. It messed me up. And I'm glad you're here. I hope I get a chance to finish this. Because I got several calls yesterday. I want to take a break, but it is important. I want to put this up. If you're a high school coach in Houston, got something for you. Write this number down and RSVP at that number. Hope you can see the number. It's a coaching mixture. The doctors at River Oaks Clinics. River Oaks Hospital and Clinics. They're having a meet and greet with you, complimentary beverages and light bites provided at 5015 on West Time. High school coaches, tell your friends, tell another friend. 713, what's that? 969-8285. Get there. This Saturday, ladies and gentlemen, mark your calendar. TSU first scrimmage under a spring game under the new coach, Chris Dishman. Let's get out there and just meet and greet him. Okay? You got me? So I was thinking about something. What's up, everybody? I see you on there. I was thinking about something, man. Several moms have called me. This Women Rock Wins. Several moms has called me and were asking me about the J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar situation, right? I don't listen to rap. I don't, I'm not a rap aficionado. But when moms call me and their kids are dealing with it, I have to act on it. Because our young people are the most important thing in the world to me. If you haven't shared this show, I'm finna share some with y'all. I promise you, ain't nobody else. Shannon Sharp ain't gonna teach you this. Mad Dog, Stephen A. Smith ain't gonna talk to you about this in your children in your next generation. All right. See, there's a lot to unpack. You gotta remember, the mamas call me. So what I did, I made one phone call. I called one young fella in the community. I wanted to hear what he said about it. DeMar, I took a deep dive. Because the mom said, Rob, the kids need a message from you. Barry McDonald, man, I took it and ran with it. Share this show. I need y'all to tell somebody, text tag, tell somebody. A man who don't listen to rap is about to talk about what happened between these two young black men. I need some more. I'm telling you. I'm going to give you some. See, there's this concept I want to unpack. See, while watching the movie, The Great Debaters, I saw a phrase that made me think. You got to realize these mamas had her. Which kid? I saw a phrase that made me think. The phrase that spoke to this concept in a way that's very powerful. I've heard this phrase before during men's workshops and my brother keeping's meetings, but it's this concept that says a child does what he wants to do and adults do what they have to do. I want to play this clip. It's a clip from The Great Debaters, right? Phenomenal family. Absolutely amazing film. You're going to hear a young boy coming into the house as he greets his mom. It's Women Rock Wednesday, y'all. Y'all need to share this show. I'm telling you, at least 1 million more women need to hear this. Watch this. Come in the house, greets his mother, greets his father, helps his father answer a question his father has been searching for. And in 1.5 minutes, y'all, and I want you to hear this to the very end. The father asked his son, know that you are here and you have given me some information about the goings on of your day. What come next? You are going to hear the son say to his father, played by Forrest Whitaker. He did an amazing job, by the way, playing the role of James Farmer. You hear the son say to the father, what is now expected of him? They had their pleasantries. The father is working. The mother is working in the kitchen. They had their pleasantries and now something has to happen. So let's take a listen and we'll unpack this on the other side. Watch this.
Dad.
Junior, what is the greatest weakness of man?
Not believing? Doubt?
That's it. Thank you, Junior. Matthew 14:31. That will be the lesson.
Dad.
O you of little faith, why do you doubt?
Dad?
What is it, son?
I made the debate team.
Well, congratulations. And who was on your team?
There's 4 of us. I'm one of the alternates.
Who's ahead of you?
Hamilton Burgess and Henry Lowe. And the other alternate's Samantha Book.
There's a girl?
She wants to be a lawyer.
Lawyer.
She's very intelligent.
She pretty?
I don't know. I never really noticed.
Because extracurricular activities like the debate team are fine, but you must not take your eye off the ball, son.
Yes, sir.
So, what do we do here?
We do what we have to do so we can do what we want to do.
What do you have to do right now?
My homework.
To get to it.
Yes, sir.
Cool scene. It happened in the beginning of the movie. This conversation between a father and a son. And I'm going somewhere with this. I wish Mindy was here because she know I'm tied to something. I'm tied to J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar. That conversation, like I said, between the father and son, it's a very close-knit family. That last exchange between the father and son, the father said, you came home from school, I'm doing my work, you got work to do, what happens next? The child says to him, I have to do what I have to do so I can do what I want to do. That phrase, and boy does a boy does what he wants to do. A man does what he has to do. Kind of took a life of his own. Y'all, these mamas call me, Mindy. They text me. They say, Robert, you got to give a message to our kids. Anthony Chambers, you got to give a message to our young people. That phrase earlier I gave you, a child does what he wants and an adult do what he has to do. It was the driving point of this film, The Great Debaters. Because where you see these young people come of age in this movie, if you ever seen it, moving from being children who are doing sort of what they want to do and had a vision of the world, fighting for the ability to pursue their dreams, and then realize that what it is to have dreams as a young black child in the midst of racial turmoil that was going on. Child does what he wants to do. Adults do what we have to do. And that conversation signals the ability to have the conversation that at one point in my life as a child, I did what I wanted to do. And the evolution that is required to go from being a child and being an adult, where you do what you do what you want to do what you have to do, so so you can do what you so you can do what you want to do. That's part of the theme for this part of the show, because there's something I'm setting up I want to talk to you about. Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole. There's a real beauty that happened when we evolve out of childhood to manhood or to adulthood. He said, I preach that to my daughter. Don't preach it to her. Groom it in her. She'll forget her speech. She'll forget her preaching. But she will never forget how she's been groomed. That's why what I'm doing now, I'm grooming. I'm not preaching. I'm grooming our next generation. Don't preach it to them. Instill it in them and groom it. No, I can't play it back. That's too many minutes. You can go get it. John Arnott. Go look up great debaters and you'll find it somewhere online. You can look it up. Because I got a lot of stuff to cover. See, and that transformation from childhood to adulthood is something that each of us has to go through as individuals. Let's get that straight. It's also something that we go through collectively as a culture, which we'll talk about later. But the inability to do that, the inability to mature, not even just in terms of years, but as it pertains to issues, as it pertains to the areas of growth that you know you need to mature in, all of us, areas of struggles you have been battling for a long time. You know, you're a grown man. Are you a little grown? And you know that in order to move on to the next step, you have to be mature. You have to grow up. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm finna bring you up to the moms was calling me saying Robert had to address the J. Cole and the Kendrick Lamar situation. You have to come of age. You have to do what you have to do so that you can do what you want to do. As a grown person, or somebody who is growing, especially our young people that may be listening, and I hope you're listening, we know that as children, doing what you want to do is sort of a thing. I want this, I want this, I want this. And your parents tell you no. I want to do this. I want to do it anyway. Your parents say you can't do it. Your parents say you can't do things, you can't do the things to try you want to do until you do the things that you have to do. You can't do the things that you want to do until you do the things that you have to do. You can't do the things that you want to do. The situation, J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar are in a rap beef against each other. Mindy, I'm glad you said that because it might be some more people out there no more. Thank you, Mindy. They're talking about each other. These friends talking about each other. What's up, Clyde? It's a good lesson to teach your basketball team. Summer basketball teams too. I'm inviting all y'all to the No Excuses Pro-Am. I want to see all of y'all out there. Directors, Clyde, I'm going to call and get you the information. They're going to have a section for them and everything at Fundy, when they're in town and go. I'm glad I saw your name up here, Clyde. And we're going to try to get the whole summer basketball community to come and watch the Pro-Am, Houston No Excuses Pro-Am at Fundy, the world famous Fundy. All of them kids need to come down and experience that. But let me keep going. Mindy, you got it? You got it, Mindy? Okay. So, your parents say you can't do it, right? I told you about that. And then your parents say you can't do the things, and you try to do what you want to do until you do the things that you have to do. And that is a lesson for living. This is a lesson that we all should be holding on to and keep it in the front of our mind when it comes to the different areas of growth. We on the Chop Shop try to make it consistent effort, y'all, to do what we have to do so we can do what we want to do. This is a theme that we have to really stick to because there is need for collective in the summer basketball community of collective maturation. A lot of people in this community, they need to grow up. That we are not getting an opportunity to explore. There is a need for collective growing up. We got something great here. What if we grow up and make it better? That all of us need to do in some significant ways if you're going to navigate to the next phase. Aren't y'all tired of just doing the same things? I want to bring that into our awareness. This concept of we collectively and individually doing what we have to do, what is necessary for us to see the other side of adulthood in any particular area in their life. Remember now, a child does what he wants to do. A grown person does what he have to do. You got that? And sometimes we have to do what we have to do is on behalf of ourselves, and it might be on the behalf of our family. It might be on the behalf of our people, of my summer basketball team, of my summer basketball program. It might be on the behalf of principal. We have to strive for the adulthood version of whoever we are. Not the childhood version that I want to do whatever I want to do, but the adulthood version where you do what you have to do. Hope y'all getting this. We have to strive for the adulthood version of critical thinking, of thinking critically. We're going to have to strive for the adulthood version of engaging with each other. We have got to strive for the adulthood version when it comes to critique. When you're critiquing people, when it comes to growth, when it comes to evaluation, when it comes to evaluating these players. Boy, ain't nobody saying that. I wish somebody just say something on the screen. I just want to know y'all listening. When it comes to figuring out where do we go next, particularly as we're facing the crazy stuff I be playing for y'all every day on this show. With what's going on in selection, what's going on with Project 2025. A boy, a girl, a child does what they want to do. An adult, someone who is responsible, someone who can be relied upon, someone who is dependable, someone who we can look to for leadership. They do what they must, they do what must be done. And then they can do what they want to get done. And being about, to know the difference is going to be very extraordinarily important, particularly as we move forward as a nation, as a community. Hey, Donna. J. Cole. I want to talk about the beef, the battle, the kerfuffle, whatever you want to call it, that is sprung up between two hip-hop's greatest stinkers, I think. Just me just knowing them. I know about them, but I hear the people talk about them and people tell me about them. They're two of hip-hop's greatest stinkers. Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole. So I was listening to this podcast and they were talking about battling, I guess, generally. I think the dude Joe Budden. Let me see, can I play it? so I can get y'all a better understanding. Mindy, I'm telling you, y'all should have shared this show. Boy, this gonna bless our next generation. Y'all grown people up here. I don't know. These young folks gonna get what I'm talking about. Watch this.
I understand your analogy now that you've explained it. I think when you look at career in totality, that's where Cole will shine. Because at the end of the day, when he hangs it up, it's up there.
It's going to speak for itself. I don't want to go down as the greatest.
When you listen to Kevin Garnett and these dudes tell you stories about when they trash talked Tim Duncan, there was no killer response. He just went out there and played his game.
Yep.
And I think that's what Cole is doing. Cole has showed on this project, for me, that he's still the best rapper. But I think that what this beef is showing me is that the best rapper today don't necessarily need to have this beef bag in their toolbox. I understand your analogy now that you've explained.
That's the part right there. At the end. Let me play that one more time. I'm going to play it at the end one more time because I want y'all.
I understand your analogy now that you've explained it. I think when you look at career and necessarily need to have this beef bag in their toolbox. I understand your analogy now that you've explained it. I think when you...
I have to be honest with y'all. Okay? You don't need to have that beef box in its toolbox, that beef thing in its... But I got to be honest with y'all. It's real talk. I've never liked rap battling. I don't like rap. I like Jay-Z. I like Young Jeezy. I think I like them. But Sonya, watch this. I like the lyrical mastery of it, though. Got me? I love the lyrical, I like the lyrical mastery of it. I like a good turn of phrases as well as the next guy. I told y'all, I love an intellectual joust. That's why I like to go back and forth with you. It keep me sharp. But to me, the dangers of battle rap, outweighs the benefits. It reminds me of playing the dozens. My mom didn't like that. Greatest woman in the world. She didn't like that. My mom was really big on words used to create the reality of your experience. And if you're using your words, one of the most powerful weapons you have to verbally assassinate someone, then all you are doing is planting negative seeds for the future. Oh, that's tweetable. I just can't tweet and talk at the same time. If you are using your words, one of the most powerful weapons you have to verbally assassinate someone. That's why I don't let people talk about people on the show. My mama didn't play that. All you're doing is planting negative seeds for the future when you talk about people. I got a new one for you, Sonya. I don't say let's agree to disagree no more, because that promotes an argument or debate. I said let's agree to agree. Try using that one time, Sonya, and somebody agree to disagree. That means y'all gonna argue some more. Somebody used my own stuff on me one time. Well, Robert, let's agree to agree. I say, you Quit listening to me. But she was right. But let me keep going. Because it's important. It's important that our youth get this. My mom, I told you what she felt about words. She said there's no good that's ever going to come from you beating somebody at the dozens. Yes, your ego will be boosted. You might get bragging rights. But it is also going to plant some potentially negative seeds. That's what my mom always told me, Kirk Collins, Patrick Punch. Told y'all need to be, this stuff need to be taught to our kids. Now y'all see why I don't let nobody talk about nobody on the show. My mama. Them kids listening to y'all mamas. When y'all over there talking and gossiping and talking crazy on the phone to them kids. Talk about the coach around your kids. They listening. I'm calling out words that she said to me 100 damn years ago. She told me. See, when our children learn games, I learned this. Because we are the only people who do that dozen stuff. I've been in other cultures, they don't do that. I've never heard of other people that play the dozen except us. Somebody just texted me. They didn't watch the show yesterday. But somebody just texted me. Did you know Paige Becker's stepmom is black? She has 2 black siblings as well. I talked about that yesterday. Yeah, but thank you. Yes. I talked about that, but somebody just texted me. Yeah, you're a day late. We talked about that yesterday. See, back again, when your children learn games, see, I've never heard of other people. Just go to the other people you know, other nationalities and other cultures. We the only one play the dozens. But when your games and your play and the things that you do for fun are rooted in seeing how better you are than someone else, are rooted in seeing how much you can destroy somebody publicly in that game, that rap battle. Annihilate them and assassinate them because you got words. That to me is a game for people who don't plan to build our community. I like the battle. I like putting the battle. I know it. Y'all can like it. I ain't telling y'all not to like it. If your children, because play is where they learn things, right? That's why they have games at school. That is one of the reasons that you play. It should be educational. Thank you. The best way to learn something is to put it in a game. My son got smart because of Rita Rabbit. He would love to read a rabbit. He thought I was playing the game. He was learning. They might got something new now. But I used to buy every Rita Rabbit because he liked it. And he thought he was having fun, but he was learning and learning and learning and learning and learning and learning. He was stretching that little muscle in his brain out. He didn't even realize it. He thought he was having fun, Kirk Collins. The best way to learn something is put it in a game. Play is how we learn things. It's how we take in messaging. Ask the teachers and educators out there. It's how you determine right and wrong. Through games that will stick with you. Lessons that will stick with you for the rest of your life. I know my first grade teacher, second grade teacher, I can call them all out. I can picture all in my head right now. And I know about the games that we played in. I know one teacher, I used to always try to get an A because I would get some candy. Miss Brent, you get an A, you get some candy. Miss Poster, Miss Adams, Miss Folks. See, we had one teacher back then when we were in the elementary. You know, we didn't go to different classes till we got to junior. I remember. So if your children are learning one way to show mastery within the community is to destroy other members of the community with this rap battle stuff, then it should be no wonder when does these same children, when they grow up, thinking in terms of community first, it's not necessarily the way that their muscles are structured because they weren't taught like this in the beginning. The reason I don't like negative and people talk about people on this show because Shanitra Green, because of what my mom put in me. I could have been a mess ass dude. He said, we don't talk about nobody. You don't play no dozens. Talk about nobody's mama. You don't do all that. Greetings. Boy, this is a lesson for your kids, man. Make sure they go back and get this one. See, I'm just not a fan of rap battle. It's one thing to see who is lyrically masterful. You know, I like the Eminem. I like Jay-Z. Who is lyrically masterful. But when I'm using my lyrical mastery to attack you, to destroy you, and I'm taking it back to the same energetic of being on the playground as a child. That's why I don't like y'all tweeting back and forth and talking about each other on Twitter. You grown folks, you kids either. You using your words to hurt somebody else. As children, you're doing what you want to do because they are not grown enough or disciplined enough to do what they have to do. When they take on that energy, that childlike energy, I'm finna rap, I'm finna talk about this, I'm finna rap, and then other people, I'm just waiting on the response. He did this, he did this, he didn't go back at him. Man, I'm mad at J. Cole. I mean, why he apologizing? What about I say it? Shut up. Your ass ain't no rapper. You're a consumer. See, that aggressive energy, like in this book, The Book of Flies. Y'all ever read this story? It's a book about a group of boys stranded, shipwrecked, stranded on an island, and they ended up being horrible children to each other. Horrible. Cannibalizing each other, talking, want to kill each other. You see how they were able to feed, they were feeding into their egos and attacking each other and their whole society. And that's why all of them died on the island, because a whole society broke down. Hit the thumbs up button if you're on YouTube. Hit the thumbs up. If you like it. If you don't like it, don't hit it. But price of admission for you to bring your ass on this show should be set. Okay, I'm at least hit the button. I know you're listening. hit the button, hit the like button. I don't have time. I got to get this message out. I don't have time to ask y'all and tell y'all to share the show. Somebody, thank you, Joe Lewis. Somebody should say share the show. Somebody share the show. Everybody should get on here and say, man, please share the show. I shouldn't have to stop this. I'm bringing the message. But that aggressive energy, like in that book of the flies. That's why I just never liked battle rapping. And if you liked it, it's on you. I ain't telling you not to like it. But don't get mad if I don't like it. It's like you're grown, man. You're a grown-ass man. You're a grown-ass woman. And you're using your lyrical genius, the spoken word, one of the most powerful weapons that you have, and you're putting your spoken words on top of music, which is another one of the most powerful weapons that we have. You got two of the most powerful African spiritual technology weapons, and you're using it in a battle rap. The most powerful spiritual weapons, your word and your musicality. You're fusing them together to destroy people. The mamas, listen, several mamas, 10 to 15 mamas email me and text me and say their kids was, and they didn't know what to talk to the kids about this. He said, Mr. Hatter, would you really address it? And I know I'm not addressing the way everybody wants me to address it. The mamas ask me to address it. Then if they call you, you act, then you, if your mamas call you, then you address it. Kirk Collins, thank you, baby. He said he didn't know it was on YouTube. Yes, it's on YouTube, man. My bad that we didn't tell you. Thank you. Now you can tell somebody else. Tell a friend, tell another friend about the Chop Shop. But let me finish so we can get out of here. Oh, yes, good time. See, and we have seen it destroy people. And I'm just not talking about Biggie and Pac. I'm talking about this drill rap where you got an entire community, listen to me, y'all, paying attention to music that's putting out who is the next person to be got. On lyrics, it's lyrically. Who's the next person to get got? It's working about as they just are self-defeating and being childish. I get it. I understand the attraction because when you do what you want to do consistently as a child and don't grow up out of that environment, and we start doing what we have to do, it's never a point where we go from destroying each other on the playground and playing the dozens. That's childish stuff. We around here, we got summer teams. That's my kid. You got my kid. That's my kid. You took my kid. Can't nobody take your kid. Ain't your damn kids in the first place. We got the media beefing. The media beefing. What the hell y'all beefing about? And someone sets us down and tells us, you know, you're using your words to attack each other. It's a harmful way to build a community, my young man. It's going to be a detriment in your future because you are not going to like each other because you're artistically and artfully on the playground in battles with each other. And it's going to cause a breakdown in your ability to actually see each other as trustworthy. If I'm talking about you on film, I'm talking about this summer basketball too. They're talking about each other. That's why y'all don't see each other as trustworthy. Y'all talk about each other all the time until you get around me. Because I tell you, I don't want to hear that shit. Go tell him. I don't want to hear it. I'm the I am the. Don't tell me nothing. Don't come tell me, man. I'm telling it on your ass. Especially if it's my friend. Hell, you gonna tell me? Don't tell, dude. You got to be out your rabbit ass mind. That's how you stop all that damn gossip. Messy ass. But let me keep going. Playing the dozens, my young people, is dangerous. Don't be talking about nobody. Talking about their mamas and talking about what they got on and talking about. Don't do that. Because that person gonna forever in his life have a built-in thing for you. No matter how, they gonna never trust you. It's anti-community. And when we see it in hip-hop, it could have deadly consequences. And yeah, if you're an older hip-hop artist, to you, it's just wordplay. Back and forth. You know, it's what we do as men. I mean, you know they done called me. I said, yeah. But you forget that there was an entire community. There's an entire community. This is what I tell them, of younger men in the making and women following you, following what y'all doing. I'm talking specifically about men because of the two artists that I'm going to reference in a minute as a part of this conversation. Yes, it's just you and you're a grown man, my fellow older rappers, mature rappers. But at the end of the day, you're teaching all of the other younger men in the making what manhood looks like. And when manhood looks like, this is what manhood look like. I take the most powerful weapon to destroy another person who I really don't have a beef with in real life. Name me a beef that was something real that wasn't ego driven. I'm sure there's some. I just can't think of any. Y'all help me. Think about a beef that wasn't at the heart of it, that was really just about ego. You know what I call ego? Easing God out. That's just mine. And that's what I felt about when Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole and this whole little situation arose when the moms called me. Because I didn't even think about it at first. Because I don't listen to it. I don't know, but I had to go listen. But when the mamas, it's Women Rock Wednesday, when the mama said, Robert, what do I tell my son? Yo, we can just do a rap contest. I like contests. Does it have to be a battle? Does it have to be a beef? Were we going at each other? I'm a man. Can we do it different? I never do deep dives like this, y'all. I never. But these moms text and call me and email me. And I was kind of disappointed. I like to turn a good phrase. Y'all know I like to talk. Oh, he did that. Oh, he did that. I like that. When you hear, when you hear something that hits real hard, I like that. But J. Cole did some over the weekend that restored my faith in this part of the culture. I want you to listen to this clip. It's a few minutes where he was on stage. Kendrick has dropped his thing in the streets. We're paying attention. There were some questions on what would be the next round, what's finna go next, and what you going. And then J. Cole does this. Watch this, y'all. Watch this. Blew me away.
So I'm so proud of that project, except for one part. It's one part of that shit that make me feel like, man, that's the lamest shit I ever did in my fucking life, right? And I know this is not what a lot of people want to hear. I know I can hear my niggas up there right now like, nah, don't do that. But I got to keep it 100 with y'all, right? I damn near had a relapse, right? Because y'all heard some shit that happened 3 weeks ago, however long it was. Y'all heard that bazooka that was dropped on the motherfucking game, right? So all of this time of me moving on my own accord, for the first time I was tested. Why am I tested? Because I got the world and I got my niggas like, what you gonna do, Cole? My niggas like, boy, I must have had 1,000 missed calls. Oh my fucking God. Text flooded. I couldn't even answer my shit. Nigga, it's wartime. Boom, 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 right? Niggas want to see blood. And I was conflicted because, one, I know my heart, you know what I mean? And like, I know how I feel about my peers, these two niggas that I just been blessed to even stand beside in this game, let alone chase their greatness, right? So I felt conflicted because I'm like, bro, I know I don't really feel no way, but the world want to see blood. I don't know if y'all can feel that, but the world want to see blood. So I say all of that to say, in my spirit of trying to like get this music out, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I moved in a way that I feel spiritually feel bad on me. Like I try to like jab my nigga back and I try to keep it friendly. But at the end of the day, when I listen to it and when it comes out and I see the talk, that shit don't sit right with my spirit. That shit make me feel, that shit disrupts my fucking peace. So what I want to say right here tonight is in the midst of me doing that and in that shit, trying to find a little angle and downplay this nigga's fucking catalog and his greatness, I want to say right now tonight, how many people think Kendrick Lamar is one of the greatest motherfuckers to ever touch a fucking microphone? Dreamville, y'all love Kendrick Lamar, correct? As do I. So I just want to come up here and be like, publicly be like, bruh, that was the lamest, like, goofiest shit. And I say all that to say, it made me feel like 10 years ago when I was moving incorrectly. And I pray that God aligned me back up on my purpose and on my path. You know what I mean? I pray that my nigga really didn't feel no way. And if he did, my nigga, I got my chin out. Take your best shot. I'm going to take that shit on the chin, boy. Do what you do. You know what I mean? Like, all good. Like, it's love. And I pray that, I pray that y'all are like, forgive a nigga for like the misstep and then I can get back to my true path. Cause I ain't gonna lie to y'all. The past 2 days felt terrible. Like, it let me know how good I've been sleeping for the past 10 years. So all of that to say, man, I wanna now perform the song that's a reminder to me of getting back on the right path and getting in tune with God. And the name of the song is called Love Yours. I wanna do that for y'all right now. So I'm so proud of that project, except for one.
Man, when I think about this, it's a young man, it's somebody's son. My son had moved into this new building in Tribeca. And he is his neighbor. They met, they've been talking. That's still somebody's son. That's some grown man stuff right there. That to me was significant. That was a significant moment, moms who call me in our culture. I didn't know what you expect from me. That this how I'm delivering it. To stand there and say it, knowing that the internet is going to internet, knowing it was going to be OJ. He knew the response that he was going to get. Everybody got something to say. That's grown man stuff. I want to say something else, but grown man stuff. So, yes, I might have to take a public L on this one. This is what this kid said. This is what I listened to. Because some people said he might have already taken an L because of Kendrick's response. We got to man up, man. I don't want to be in this space in the first place, he said. This ain't even how I move. I don't even like this stuff. Y'all, to me, that was grown man. It's stuff. This is what I feel that we need so much more of in this summer basketball community. All you rotten asses, somebody needs something to say, man, hey, man, I was wrong. All you ego-driven ass dudes out there, somebody, man. But maybe y'all sleeping good. But these kids in this community ain't sleeping good, but maybe y'all sleeping good. When it comes to how we're trying to move in the world, that is what I feel we need much more of. The reality is, my mamas who text me, there are so many of us in our culture. In our culture, they attack or they take down other people and the desires to critique other people. So much that is rooted in ego. And ego has the ability, particularly when you are people that have been oppressed for over an extensive period of time, ego is a killer, a straight up killer. The reality is if you already are participating in a society that has expertly designed systems to make you feel that you ain't anything, taking out that anger and frustration on the person that looks like you or your reflection. That's the easiest thing to do. Because everybody else is doing it. So I might as well do it. Everybody else doing this crazy stuff in the summer basketball community, I might as well do it. Because he doing it and he look like he's successful. How you know he's sleeping at night? I just thought that was some real grown stuff. I thought it was grownish. You know, ain't they got a show, Blackish and Grownish? And after seeing my girl Dawn Staley and the South Carolina women dominate, and then seeing this, It was a great weekend for the culture. See, he was showing the quiet power that we have. Y'all like to be loud. I'm just loud. Some people, the quiet power that we have. Quiet power is different. Then I'm going to attack you. I'll make a public display of your power. You don't have to do that. Great job, J. Cole. Great job, young man. Great job, young king. I need us to have some more of these moments. Summer basketball. Let's have some more of these moments. Houston, Texas, summer basketball community. Notice I didn't say AAU, summer basketball, grassroots. Especially even in the realm of politics. We need some more of this. See what's happening? We got so many babies out here. Children right now walking around. Children with opinions. Children on platforms got microphones. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They might be big and grown, but they're children. Because children do what they want to do. Men and adults do what they have to do. Who are doing all these things to focus on selfishness. But that right there made me feel good. And I appreciate J. Cole. Y'all remember? A child do what they want to do. But grown men, they do what's necessary for themselves, for the peace, and for the people. And I think J. Cole did that expertly. He did it for himself. He did it for the peace. And he did it for the people. I had to point that out. We sit in the world's messiest intersection, y'all. Race, gender, summer basketball, culture, pro basketball. And we got to talk about this stuff. Oh my God. My favorite lady in the world, Donna Franklin, is on here. Donna, I was just sharing some moms. They emailed me, they text me, a group of them. Was saying, Robert, what is your take on this J. Cole? What do I tell my son? What's up, Raymo? What do I tell my son? What do I tell my daughter? Mamas, that's what I had for you today. That was just for y'all. Y'all be making me work, mamas. I'm serious. Y'all be making me work. Grassroots community. Before I get off this phone. I said before I get off this phone. Did I say that? Let me shout out to another SWAC baseball team. Alabama State knocks off Auburn. No excuses. SEC baseball teams, y'all not embarrassed to have a $5 million budget and still getting your butt beat by the SWAC? Southern beat LSU. Yeah, I had to talk about that. What else we did? Shout out to my young man, Arturo Morris. He had all the criminal counts dismissed today, yesterday, due to insufficient evidence. Of a girl allegedly said what he did to her. Want to share that with you? What else I had for you? I had something else for you. Bruce Thornton. Coach tweeted this. Coach Yo, she's been on the show before. The coach at Ole Miss, she said, she talked to a girl that was in the portal. She said, I'm leaving because I want to win. She said, she said, okay, well, I won't promise you that you'll start. You have to compete. She said, the portal girl said, oh, never mind. I'm going to repeat that because they're going to go over a lot of y'all here. The girl talking to the coach, Power 5 school, said, I'm leaving because I want to win, wherever she's at. But the coach said, okay, well, I won't promise you that you'll start. I won't promise you that you'll start. You have to compete for this position. The girl in the muzzle. Quit, man. Somebody trying to read my mind. Quit. Y'all, listen to me. My portalers out there. Know what you want and be okay with it. If playing time is important, look for that. Winning that you want, look for that. Y'all follow me? Then I got this number. All you summer basketball players, all you summer basketball people. Somebody gave me this. They sent me this. Boy, I love when they send me stuff. They said there's no such thing as stealing players. This is a myth, and it does not exist. You can steal cars, clothes, phrases, etc. But no one can steal a child from you or your team. Children are not property. They have the ability to make choices. People can steal your car because you brought it with your money. However, you did not purchase a child, so he or she cannot be stolen from you. Parents make decisions for their own children that you may agree with or may not. Then they say, Robert, my child play on the team and go to the school, and I want them to attend. If someone were to take your child, you should contact the police and issue an Amber Alert. So ain't nobody taking your child. They ain't your damn kids in the first place. Whew. Told you. I had to learn that. See, we come to practice. Shit, one of our best players ain't there. Never forget. Wise man told me, Hatter, if you can keep them ungrateful, unloyal ass people for 1 year, consider yourself lucky. I said, okay. Damon, you want to go, you go. We still rolling over here, baby. But what else they told me? They told me, oh, boys and girls, summer basketball parents, I hope you've been listening to Don Staley and Dan Hurley, the two championship coaches. If you want your child to play for coaches like these two, please understand that they're recruiting players by their parents. Don't kill your child's opportunity because you sit in those bleachers second guessing everything, whining, and only counting points. The blue chip coaches don't want your child. If you fit this this narrative. Watch what you say on that app, Twitter. If you're here and you reading this on this app, y'all got me? I think y'all think you can go up there and act ignorant. Play for them coaches right there. Your mammy and your daddy can't be out there acting damn fool. What else they told me? Hold on. I got something. And then, all you people complaining about the NIL and the rules, transfer. Everything y'all were complaining about with the NCAA rules and the transfer is everything you begged for 5 to 10 years ago. All over Twitter. Well, they gave it to you. Now we're complaining how out of control it is in the transfer portal. And the NIL bag chasing. Ladies and gentlemen, they've been chasing bags all the time. They had to hide it. People will complain regardless. They beg for the Wild Wild West. And got it. Now it's time to adjust to the new way the kids are getting paid. You got me? Oh, I got to 2 o'clock. I hope y'all get that. It's real. But I enjoyed y'all today, man. I really, really hope y'all share this show, and I hope your friends sit down and listen to it. I tried to give it to you the best I could. Y'all been with 10 to 15 wise, bright, smart, educated women will listen to their sons' conversations about J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar. They said, let me text Mr. Hatter. Let me email him. Let's see what he got to say about it. And at that moment, Kyle Cole, I didn't know what I was going to say about this. See, all I do is, I be thinking about if something had to happen to me. My son didn't have me around and he was in high school and he was going through this. Who would help him? We didn't have a medium like this back then. We have it now. It's a very important medium. Because I get the email. See, some of y'all got it going on. Ain't nothing happening in your life. Everything, I'm just listening because I ain't got nothing, whatever. But some people, it's changed. A dad said it changed his son's life. Do y'all know how big of a damn responsibility is that? I ain't gonna lie, I got nervous. Because to whom much is given, much is required. I'm trying to find that note. Listen, y'all, real talk. I got nervous. I'm trying to find it. Think this is it? No, it ain't. I just got too many emails. Got a lot of emails. Hello, Mr. Hatter. My name is so-and-so, so-and-so. Got 2 sons. I'm emailing you because you didn't know how you just mentoring one of my sons. How you just mentioned my son's name in an episode after they were defeated. And when they were underdogs and no one gave them a chance, you know, my son heard all the negative talk about he just big for nothing and he'll never be like this, his older brother. But when you mention his name, the power of them words, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, when I mention the young man's name, it did wonders. Just a man sent me this, y'all. This an email. His work ethic went through the roof. And you didn't say much. But what he wanted was somebody to believe in him beside his mother and his father. And you tell me this, y'all can't share this show and text, tag, and tell 5 of your friends to watch the show tomorrow? This life. He said, I didn't say much. But he wanted to believe, somebody believe him. He became my number one fan, the daddy said. He worked his behind off, Mr. Hatter. And the colleges started recognizing his potential. And it's more. Y'all, this is why I do this. I don't care what y'all be, man. I don't care about what one of y'all be talking about. You don't have to listen. Just share it. Let your friends listen. We're changing lives. And y'all are part of it. Because if y'all wasn't here and y'all wasn't listening, I'd probably be somewhere on the island right now with my grandson. Yeah. He was a little sick the other night. I got to get out there. We had, see, check this out. Watch this. I love hearing stuff like that. This man here is in the dark ages right here. But y'all watch. I need Houston to get a WNBA. We had one. How many season tickets did you buy when the Comets were here? I know I had 2. You didn't support it no more. And Houston need, how many Rockets games you done been this year? How many season tickets you got on the Rockets? Because they own the Rockets. The Rockets would own that team. Most likely. Are you supporting the Rockets? You got to support the damn team you got here first. How in the hell you going to support the WNBA? Y'all see how people just, see how people just, this is how people think. I need Houston to get a WNBA team by the time Juju and that girl Elena Chavez come out. I gotta go. I gotta go. But I think I'll see y'all tomorrow. I couldn't get by a whole show without something. I was trying. Y'all did good today too. But are you gonna support it? Child do what he wanna do. Adults do what they have to do. Are you gonna do what you have to do and support it? Charles Sanders, rap economics, you know what I'm talking about. Oh, you just wishing on a star? No. You wishing on a star, but I just wondered where you are. Oh, I like that. But I wish it. Damn, I like that song too. Who you sing that song? Boy, that's a hell of a song. Woo! Who sung that song? Boy, you got me finna get that song. Ooh, I like that song, man. I wish. Ooh, I like that song. Let me get to my music right quick. Where's my music? Come on, man. All them updates. I'm wishing on a star. What's the name of it? Rolls Royce. Whoa! Rolls Royce ain't. Hold up. Damn. Hold up. I'm wishing on a star. Yeah, hold up. I just sit there. Let me. Well, because I forget when I get off the phone because I got to go into a meeting. So just Rolls Royce. All right. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. Hey, see, they can cut me off now. It's the end of the show. I'll see y'all later, man. To my mamas out there, I hope you learned something today. I hope you got something to take to you young fellas. And I'm out of here. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Jim Hicks, Rob Hatter, you are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro. Let's get it. We in the Chop Shop. We live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk. We live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up. It's live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. We live.